What's up, YouTube? What's going on? Welcome to the WD Lounge, where we talk film, music, social news, and culture. And today we're going to be talking about Burna Boy. Based on the information that I've gathered up, Burna Boy has had a few of his tour date concerts canceled due to a situation that he had couple days ago at a concert where he apparently caught a fan resting her eyes, so we say, and he dealt with the fan accordingly by having the security escort her out of the concert. And come to find out, that fan was actually going through a situation where this fan lost a very important person in their life. I think it was the father of her child, if I'm not mistaken. And she pretty much spent her money to go to the Burna Boy concert in order for her to get her mind off the fact that, you know, her life is completely turned upside down in shambles based on the tragedy that she endured. And it just so happened at that moment when her eyes was closed, you know, Burna Boy saw her in that position, and they had her escorted. So she actually went online and she pleaded her case, and a lot of people, a lot of fans, and a lot of people on social media has given Burna Boy a lot of backlash for this action, and it's to the point right now where his Houston show was like almost empty. And for a Burna Boy concert, who's been able to sell out concerts and people pay the outrageous prices that they're charging to go see Burna Boy, it was actually kind of like surreal to see the amount of people that was at the concert for Burna Boy. And now, from what I recollect, it could be that he's gonna be canceling more dates, and based on the fact that there's not enough people paying the price of admission to go to the concerts and watch him perform. So yeah, he's in this situation right now. So what's my opinion on this is like this. I believe that artists, actors, anybody that's in the public figure, that's in the public stage, if you're a celebrity, I think we're at a point where celebrities feel like they're untouchable, that there's nothing that they can say or do that can put them in a position to have them compromise their career or their status. And that might have been the case 20 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, definitely 40 years ago, 50 years ago. Yeah, that was the case back then, because being a celebrity was the cream of the crop. That was the top notch. You were the top. You are everybody. You are what everybody wants to be. You live the life that everybody wants to live, the glamour, the glitz, and all that, and the influence that the celebrities have, and so on and so forth. Now we're in a world where, okay, social media has exploded, and now platforms are being created, and now the voiceless, when I say the voiceless, I mean the people that didn't have the voices, the people that are not celebrities that didn't have the voices. The voiceless has a voice now. Now you can actually build your platform and say what you want to say. There's smartphones all over the place. There's things that you could actually capture the realness, the raw activities of the people that the people that we cherish, as far as when it comes to celebrities. The facade that's given to us there's a lot that goes underneath it. There's a lot that comes with it, and there's a lot that's masked underneath it. And now that we're in a position, we're in the time frame where people are now not taking that they're not taking that from that arrogance from the people that they once cherished. And I think for Burna Boy, it's kind of not just for Burna Boy, but countless celebrities lately who's walked around with their chests up, their heads held high, and nobody can say nothing, or they're above everybody, or they can't be touched, they're unstoppable, they're untouchable. A lot of these celebrities are getting a bitter pill of reality. They're getting a real taste of what it really is and what it's not. I mean, for example, look at Will Smith. You're talking about a guy that was universally loved. I mean, I'm a fan to this day, even though he's gone through what he's gone through. Nobody can tell me nothing. I'm still gonna be a Will Smith fan, because that's not gonna take away from the work that he put in as an actor, producer. But as far as all the other stuff, I mean, part of the reason why he's most hated now is because the facade, the mask that he had put on. He wasn't living the life that he truly was living. He was, what we perceived of him is not what it was. And of course, when 2022 happened, when the Oscar slap happened, that really showed the light. It's like, and it's not just the slap itself, but it's the way he did it. He slapped the Chris Rock. He turned around and he walked away like nothing happened. And not only that, he made his outburst. He said what he had to say, and he still sat there and received his Oscar awards. Now, the Hollywood elites let that slide because, they still have a painted picture they have to paint. But the voiceless, the people, have the fans, they had a chance and the opportunity to raise their voices, and they let it be known that no, we're not taking this line down, because at the end of the day, the reason why you are who you are is because of us. And I know the Will Smith situation might be a little bit off track, because where I was going with it was the reason why he got canceled, or the reason why people don't support Will Smith the way they used to, is because he showed a side of him that people didn't expect, because he wasn't living his truth. But my point for bringing Will Smith is that he was once loved, and now because he's the actual attitude or the personality that he really is, or the personality that we thought that he was, is not what it is, and the outrage is there. But when it comes to other celebrities, like people who feel like they're above the people, or celebrities that feel that they're above the people, they have to understand that it's the people that make the celebrities who they are. And that's the original essence of the whole thing, because in order for you to be a celebrity, you have to be able to have fans. And in order for you to have fans, you have to win the hearts of people that are watching you. So when you have a mystique about you, an aura as a star or as a personality, that fan or the audience that you're entertaining will pay to see you. But at the same time, they're paying for that experience. They're paying because they want to be a part of what you have going on. And that's why social media is such a good thing, but it's also a bad thing as well, because it exposes it gives you exposure, but it may expose you as well. It goes both ways on that tip, and it's a very fine line that you gotta walk, because once people start smelling themselves and they feel like they don't stink, the fans will let you know, because it's the fans that's paying the money. It's the fans that's when they're looking for that outlet to escape from the reality of the rigorous 9 to 5s, sometimes 2 9 to 5s or 3 9 to 5s, especially with the state of the economy, of how things are going right now, with all these shutdowns, the government shutdowns, these people that actually went to college, that has anywhere between 8 to 12 years of schooling experience and school knowledge, can't get a job or can't keep a job that's qualified to their studies, to their curriculum, excuse me. And it's it's just that celebrities just need to understand, and anyone that's in the public figure needs to understand, the fans are always number one. The fans is what make you. You know, like for me, I would never, I will always love my fans. You know, my fans make me who I am today. People that support me, the people that watch me, the people that follow my every move, I love you and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, because without you, I don't have my motivation is embedded within. I do what I do for my family and I do it for my legacy, and outside of that, the motivation on top of that, that gives me the inspiration to continue on to build that legacy for my family, is the fans. So once the fans come in and they start to show that they're involved, that they're a part of this journey as well, I will never take that away from them, because without them, there's no journey for me to continue on towards. So, and I think a lot of celebrities and public figures need to understand that they need to go back to the basics of this thing, that the fans are everything. Now, they're fans because they're fans for a reason, because you know there may be, a lot of fans are not straight, are not like too good, and don't have everything connected. There's a couple loose screws here and there, but we understand, and it's understandable, and I understand. Fandom fanatics could also put the entertainer in danger, and we've saw a couple of examples throughout life. The one that sticks out in my mind is the Selena situation, where she was murdered by a fan, which was unfortunate, but even though, those are, it is a sad situation, but it's a rare situation where fans go crazy. Of course, there's stories out there, there's movies out there that shows, that puts the fan in a deranged and crazy light. But it's not fair to categorize a group of people that makes an entity grow from a couple bad apples. I know bad apple, messes up the pack and all that stuff, but a couple of situations or circumstances that happen with different type of fans are now being is the main categorization to categorize the base of fandomship, and it's not like that. These are the people that are coming in to watch you, that make you who you are. These are the people that we have to take consideration, and we have to do it with a humble heart as well. You know what I mean? And just thinking about like this, kind of like, for example, like the Diddy situation with this documentary coming out tomorrow. Make sure you check out that. If you want to hear more breakdown on that, check out my video about the reckoning that I just dropped not too long ago. So you could check that out if you want more detail on that. But going back to my example, he was meeting fans in the street, and he was saying hello, and he was shaking hands, and he was accepting gifts and stuff like that, only for him to go back and say, "Oh, I need some hand sanitizer. My hands are dirty." You know what I mean? I've been around the people, so the people, being around so much people, you got to take a shower and stuff like that. Like, really, dude? Like, really? Is it like that? You know what I'm saying? All the gold and all the riches and the vanity and everything that you're enjoying as far as life's desires and delights, you put your fans down to a point of where they feel like peasants, or people like where they're like people that are not cleansed enough, or has poor. Like, come on, man. It's just crazy. And for me, I'm not a celebrity, so to speak, but I am in the business, and I've been around celebrities, and I get it. I can completely understand when you have thousands and thousands and millions of people telling you that you're the best, that you're the greatest, that they love you, they want to be like you, they want to be with you, they want to be a part of you, they want everything that comes with you. When you keep hearing that over and over and over and over, our human mindset will just it's normal that we will fall into that mindset of egotistical, being egotistical, ego and arrogance and stuff like that. It's just in human nature. But we also have, as entertainers, have to have that self-control and awareness to know that as beautiful as the fame is, as hard and also not only that, some people, you have to understand, you also have to realize it's not easy to get to that part, to that point, you know. Whether you do it the hard way or you do it the shortcut way, and we all know what I'm talking about. Whatever way that you take to get to that point, it's not an easy road, no matter what you have to do. So you also have to take into consideration what you went through to get to that point, because once it's gone, and if you lose it in a way where you lose the trust of the fans, it's like, what did you do it for in the first place? You know, and it's all about self-awareness. Artists just have to be aware and not let the smell of their own the smell of their own poop make them feel like, you know, they're not untouchable, or like they don't stink or anything like that, you know. So artists, actors, musicians, influencers, people that are in the public eye, always remember and never forget where you came from. Always embrace your journey. Enjoy the journey. Remember where you came from. Always know that someone above you can take you out the same way you can bring somebody below you up as well. So all I'm saying is, guys, we need to do better, and celebrities, we have to start opening our eyes to realize that we can't continue to alienate the people that's going to keep our network going, that's going to keep us relevant, that's going to keep us in the algorithm, in the circulation of news and everything else that comes with being a celebrity. So we just have to understand that notion and just be humble. Enjoy the ride, put in the work, enjoy the glamour. Not to say not enjoy it, but don't feel like you're above anybody, because the same way, as hard as it took for you to get there, is as quick as you can lose it without any redemption behind it. Tell me what you think about this, you know, what you think about the Burna Boy situation. Does he deserve it? Does he deserve the backlash that he's getting? Do you feel like he had a point for doing what he did, you know, being a performer? Did you feel like, you know, seeing someone sleeping or resting their eyes, that it merited them to get kicked out? I mean, what do you think? Just leave it on the comment section. Let me know. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming in, for liking these videos, for subscribing. The channel is young, but we're growing, and without you, we're nowhere to where we're at right now. So I appreciate y'all 100%. Thank you for taking a seat at the lounge. We'll see you next time. Ciao.